How's it going? Kickoff just happened like 5-10 minutes ago. Game just started, and Illinois just had a nice little drive, but they had to punt to us, so a good enough start to the game. So let's talk about what happened earlier today, because obviously that's all important. We didn't get as much help as I wanted. Obviously, this stuff means very little at this point in the season, but to recap, I was really hoping that Nebraska would come through for us and take down UCLA, and at first they looked dominant. There was a point in the second quarter where it looked like the game was going to be a blowout for Nebraska, and then UCLA scored something like 35 straight points. And I watched part of the second half. Nebraska couldn't do a single thing right. The third quarter, fourth quarter, they couldn't do anything. Everything they did was wrong. Penalties, turnovers, missed passes, drop passes, everything. And I was hoping that they would knock UCLA out of the rankings, but at this point, I think there's a real chance UCLA could, well, they're already ranked ahead of us, and after today, that shouldn't change. In fact, they should probably move into the top 12, because that was a really impressive win for them, in my opinion. We had a couple of close calls that I wished had gone the other way. Akron nearly pulled the upset of the year over Michigan, which would have probably knocked Michigan out of the rankings and bumped us on top, over the top of them. However, all that being said, Michigan didn't look good against Akron. I mean, they won by a couple of yards. So if we look really good today against Illinois, if we win by a lot, if we put together some style points, I think there's a chance we could jump Michigan. But obviously that stuff doesn't really matter all that much. So Stanford played a pretty close game with Army. I never thought Stanford was going to lose that game, but they didn't dominate Army completely. So that doesn't really do us that much, but it is something to consider. It seems like Stanford's going to play close games this year, which makes me think when we go down to Stanford to play them, maybe we can hang around. Tennessee put on a little show against Oregon for a quarter. Looked like they were going to hang around, and then Oregon just turned it on, and it was over. And first down of the game for the Huskies. All right. Offense looks sharp after one play. What else was there? We had a couple other ranked teams play some fairly close calls that they ended up pulling out. But to read from a Silver Linings playbook, Texas A&M's currently getting the snot kicked out of them by Alabama in College Station, which, I think it would be way, way out there to say that, they're going to drop Texas A&M 20 spots in the rankings or anything like that. I don't think they're going to be unranked because they are losing to Alabama, who is expected to be the best team in the nation. All right. Nice to see Keith Price throwing the ball away from time to time. Better than last year for sure. But if we look great today, and I mean like win by 40, 50 points or something, nuts like that, then I think there is the possibility that we could at least get close to Texas A&M in the rankings. And if things play out correctly, maybe we even jump them for a week or two. Obviously, that wouldn't mean that much right now, but it's nice to see your team go up in the rankings a little bit, and I think we have the opportunity to do that. So we just have to play great today. So far today, we look fine. A couple of long third down conversions on that first drive, but nothing that we couldn't overcome. First third down of the game for the offense, and no. Okay. So we'll see how today goes. What else? Obviously, I'm counting on Ohio State to knock off California, but California is not even going to be that good this year, I think we all know. So USC is throttling Boston College, so forget about that giving us a hand. Hopefully, Wisconsin takes out Arizona State. That would help us a little bit. I'll be pulling for the Badgers tonight. Yeah, not a great day in terms of helping out the Huskies move, up the rankings, but there were some silver linings out there, and you make do with what you got. You do the best you can. And I think we have the opportunity to move into the top. Well, it really depends on what rankings you use. Officially, I think we're ranked 23rd, but the AP poll had us like 18th. If you go by that 18th ranking, I think there's a chance we move up to 15th, but we have to look good today. So Illinois is not going to just give us the game. They're going to give us a challenge, and I'm going to watch the rest of this game now, but yeah, just wanted to run through what we've seen so far today. See you guys after the game.